everyone, Monique here with Little Jim's Creations 1. Today we are going to be making a Barbie dress. We are going to knit it. We are using 3.5mm knitting needles and some scrap worsted weight 4-ply yarn. You're going to need some scissors and a darning needle. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Jim's Creations 1. Today we are going to be making a Barbie dress. And it's a very simple, basic Barbie dress. So we're going to start with our scrap worsted weight yarn, and we're going to make our slip knot. To make a slip knot, I cross my yarn around the back. I take the tail, I go around the loop, pull the tail through the new loop I've made, and that's how we get our slip knot. So let's do it again. I take my yarn, I cross it at the back, I hold the cross, I go around the loop, I go through the little loop I've made, pull tight, and there's our slip knot. So we're going to put that on our needle. Now we're going to go into the slip knot. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and put that stitch on the needle. Now I am going in between the two stitches. I'm pulling my yarn through and it goes on the needle. I go in between my stitches, yarn over, pull through, and it goes on the needle. We are going to be doing 24 stitches, okay? So we've got 4, 5, 6, oops, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay? Now we are going to do 4 rows of just knit. Okay, so knit is when you go in from the front, yarn over, pull through, and then slip that stitch off. In, slip the stitch off. In, yarn over, pull through, slip that stitch off. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to do 4 rows of knit. Okay, so you do that and meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 4 rows of knit. Now when I turn, this is the back of my work, okay? So now we are going to do what is called stockinette stitch with a design. So we are going to purl all across this row, okay? So you go in from the front or in from the back, towards the front, and that's a purl. Okay, we're just going to purl all across this row. And then you should still have 24 stitches on your needle, okay? We're not going to be decreasing. This is just a very basic Barbie dress. And if you do want to give it some extra character, you can totally do that by adding beads, or like sewing on beads, or doing little crochet accents. I did that for my nieces when I made stuff for their Barbies. They're all big and grown, so now I just do this for fun. Okay, so we're on our knit row. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna knit 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, bringing our yarn to the front of our needle, we're going to purl 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we should have 10 stitches left to knit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so those 2 rows make the pattern for this dress. So just to recap, on the purl row, we're just going to purl all the way across. Okay, so that would be 24 purls. And on the knit, so on the purl, we're just doing 24 purls. And this is the way I purl. I don't know how other people purl. My grandma taught me how to knit, and, well, actually my stepmother taught me how to knit, and my grandmother taught me how to purl. So, but I found out later that my grandmother always worked in the back of her work instead of in the front of her work. But I don't want to confuse any people that are new. This is how I purl. If you don't purl this way, the main thing is to do a purl. And then for our knit row, we're going to do the same thing. Knit 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to bring that yarn to the front and we're going to purl 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to bring that yarn back to the back, and now we're going to knit 10. We are going to work these 2 rows until our work from the beginning measures, I'm going to say 5 inches, okay? So you keep working these 2 rows until your work measures 5 inches, and then meet me back. Okay, so I've done 5 inches. Actually, I went a teeny bit long, but roughly 5 inches, okay, from the start to there. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do 4 rows of knit, just like we did at the bottom. So, I trying to say? So, I ended off with my knit side facing, okay? So, you want to get there. And if you go a bit long, it's no big deal. Okay, so I'm going to just knit across all the stitches, both sides, for 4 rows, okay? So do that and then meet back with me. 4 rows of straight knit, both rows. There we go. Okay. Do that and meet back with me. Okay, so we did our 4 rows and now we have our knit row facing us. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knit, okay? We're gonna knit one more and we'll knit one more, so 7 knit, but that 6th one that we did, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're gonna bring over top of the 7th. We're gonna knit another one, so that's casting off 1. We're gonna cast off a 2, 3, so we make a stitch and bring the previous one over, 4 and 5. Okay, so we cast off 5. We've got 1 on here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're gonna start doing our stitches for casting off 5 again. So we stitch 2 that goes over top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna knit to the end, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's what you should have. You should have 5, a space, 4, a space, and 5, okay? Now, continuing knitting, we are going to knit these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here's the weird part. We're gonna turn our work back to the front and we're just gonna increase 7 stitches, okay? So we're casting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you're probably saying to yourself, why are we doing 7 when we only cast off 5? Because I want a little bit extra. Okay, we're gonna turn our work again, put our knitting to the back, our working yarn to the back. Now we are gonna knit those 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna turn our work again and put that working yarn to the back, and we're gonna cast on 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna turn our work again, put that working yarn at the back, Be careful you don't drop your stitches. And we're going to knit to the end of the row, which is 5 more stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, if you look here, what we've done is we have created armholes. Okay? So now we are going to knit across all these stitches, just plain old knit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We should have 28 stitches. And now we are just going to cast off. So, just like I did with the 5, we're going to knit 2, and you bring that first stitch over top of this one. Okay? Knit another one, back stitch over top. Knit another one, back stitch over top. Knit another one, back stitch over top. And we're going to just bind off all our stitches. Here we go. Binding off all those stitches. And then we are going to need our darning needle next to sew this puppy up. Oh, and we also need a snap, a sew on snap. I didn't put that in the when I listed out the descriptions, but you can also probably do this without a snap and just sew up all the back, but I like to put a snap. Then kids aren't struggling with the outfit. There we go, almost done. And you're going to want to leave a bit of a tail to sew in. Okay, and we just put it through the loop, pull it tight. So now what we're going to do is we are going to sew this. I have to go get a darning needle. I'll be right back and then we'll sew this up. Okay, so I have my darning needle. And look, that's all I had left for yarn. So first thing we're going to want to do is hide our threads. So we'll just quickly hide them. And the way I hide threads is I always go back from the stitch that I was in originally. So called a back stitch. Okay, so there we go, get rid of that. And then on the other side, get rid of that one. And we're doing this all on the bad side, of course. You never hide your threads on the good side. Okay. Now, putting the right sides together, we are going to take this yarn and we're gonna just stitch this, and I'm just doing a whip stitch. So I go from one side to the other, and I'm just gonna do that all the way up the back. You can go back and forth if that's what you prefer. This is how I do it. And we're gonna do that most of the way up the dress. We'll do it till it's at, oops, the past the bum for the Barbie dress. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut this because this is getting annoying. It keeps getting caught. There. And we're just gonna do this all the way. Oh, it did it again. Oh my goodness. Who does that? I do. Okay. There. Get that other thread out. Okay. There we go. There we are. And like I said, if you have scrap yarn, this is a great way to use up some of that scrap yarn and be a hit with your daughter or your nieces or your granddaughter or whoever you're making the outfit for, right? They will love it. It's so cute. And I just keep going up, 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 up. Okay, so that should be about at the waist, and so I'm just going to do a couple of whips here, because that's where there'll be more pulling and tugging, is in this one area. Okay, and then I'm going to knot it. But didn't go out of frame there. So to knot it, I go through the loop twice, and then I pull tight. And that's how I knot. Okay, and then I'm just, you never cut where you knot, so I'm just going to give it a couple more stitches down the way. so that way it doesn't unravel. There we go, give that a snip. And then I will hide this. Again, the bottom, it'll have extra tug, so I'm going to put a couple extra whips in there, whip stitch in there. And then I will do a knot. Barbie doesn't mind if there's knots, so go through the loop once, twice, pull tight, never cut where you're not, always go up a few stitches. Okay, and then we're gonna do our snap. So I'll be right back, I have to go grab some thread. Okay, so I've got my needles. I just wanted you to see these are the snaps I use. So they are just easy sew-on snaps. And then of course my like dollar store needles, but what else do you need, right? Oh, that I appear to have made so I can't get any out. Ooh, got two. Okay, put that one back in. Okay, and my thread. I should put my darning needle away before I lose it, because I do that kind of thing. Okay, so when I do any kind of sewing, I always put the two ends together and feed those through my needle. And then that leaves the loop on the other end, and I'll show you why. Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna go with one of these snaps. Okay. So, on the wrong side, I am going to go through the hole and go back. Now see here, I have the loop, and I catch the loop and I break the loop. Who does that? Obviously I do. Oh my goodness. I don't know my own strength. I started going to the gym again, and this must be it. I've totally become like She-Hulk or something. Okay. Put the two ends together. Put it through your needle. See, and I did it like a whiz-bang last time. Think I can do it this time? Well, no. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, I go through the hole. I go through to the front. I catch my loop. I don't pull so hard. And then I just, again, whip stitch. It's my favorite stitch. I just whip stitch each hole about 3 or 4 times. And then move on to the next hole. So, if you haven't had a chance to yet, please hit the like and subscribe. I don't always do Barbie videos, but I do knitting and crocheting, and for kids and for dogs and for dolls and for cats and for rats, and although I haven't done that yet. I have this really nice rat cave that I crochet up. So if you want them to cuddle with you on the couch or whatever. And yes, I said rat. We had pet rats around this house, and they're actually a really neat pet. They are quite loving. The only thing is the rats that we got were meant to be snake food, so I had to totally socialize them, which I was good doing because I love animals and, you know, extra time to cuddle. And I was fortunate. One of them never totally became tame, but the other one, not a problem. So then, just like I did before, to make your knot, make your loop, go through twice, pull tight, and never cut where you knot. You want to do a couple of extra stitches. Okay, then cut. And now do the same to the other side of the snap. You don't need to watch me do that. And when we come back, I will show you how it looks on Miss Barbie. Okay, so. See, I did it so fast that first time. Jeez, come on. There we go. Okay, so like and subscribe while I'm finishing this up. Okay. Okay, so we got our Barbie and we got our dress. Slip it in there. Put her arms through. Come on. Do it up. And there you go. You have a very cute, easy, basic little Barbie dress. There you go. And if you want, you can make matching purse just by doing a simple, you can do the knit or you can do the garter stitch. To go with it, you could do a scarf. You could take some of that eyelash yarn that I really like and you can make a little shawl. I mean, you could do so many things with this. So, there you have it. There's Barbie in her pretty dress. And there's what it looks like at the back. See? There you go. So, I hope you liked the tutorial. Hit the like and subscribe if you have any suggestions for videos you'd like to see made for Barbie or for anything I do. Leave a comment in the description. And I will put a link in the comments so that you can go to my Facebook page and show me your wonderful creation that you've made with this pattern. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Isn't she cute?